Welcome to Chamber Highlights with Jessica and Kelly. My name's Jessica Walker, and this is my co-host, Kelly Matthews.
Thanks for joining us today. We're going to be talking about party planning. So we've got a couple guests coming on so we can talk about if you're going to have a holiday party, a wedding, anything like that where you can go to have them in the area. So that should be lots of fun.
Yeah.
Speaking of holidays, we have Christmas on the River coming up in December.
I cannot believe it's just a month away.
That's crazy, isn't it?
It is. It's insane.
Time flies. You always hear that when you're younger. Time flies. And they always used to roll my parents and grandparents and aunts and uncles that would say that. And now
I know. Every year it gets quicker and quicker.
it's crazy. But we'll be doing that. That's going to be behind the Brunswick County Chamber office at Shallotte Riverside Park. So we'll be out there. We'll have our Brunswick Stew Cook-Off. So we'll be looking forward to announcing those contestants, as we get a little bit closer. But they can always check our website for that. They can go to brunswickcountychamber.org and look to see who's going to be competing.
Sure, absolutely. And that's December 1st, right?
Yeah, it is. Right after the Christmas parade in Shallotte. It's free for the public to attend. So once you're done with the Christmas parade, come on back behind the chamber at Shallotte Riverside Park, and we'll have Santa, we'll have Christmas trees, Brunswick Stew Cook-Off, like we said. We'll have arts and crafts vendors.
Sure. So bring your cameras. Nice opportunity to get some early photos with Santa.
Yeah, we'll have live music, Christmas music, of course.
It'll be fun. A nice extension to the parade. So everybody's out there just gonna walk right over to the chamber.
Yeah, it should be fun. It should be a good time. It's the first time we've done this, so it'll be fun to try it out and see how it works.
Maybe it won't be a blizzard or too cold
I know.
or anything.
That would be very rare to happen here.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Well, so it's November. We just had the Oyster Festival.
We did.
What a great event.
It was fun.
Lots
of fun. Casey James, awesome.
Rocked it out. Everybody enjoyed him.
Definitely. I mean, who wouldn't have? He was really great, and he was, did a little meet and greet with certain people who won contests and
very cool
arts and crafts vendors. I think they had a good time.
Yeah, I think they did. They had a great turnout.
Yeah.
A lot of variety out there this year. A lot of different things, not just one or two pottery vendors here and there, but I mean, you just had a huge variety of things to do, and food galore.
Yeah. Shriners, of course.
Yeah. The kids area was great. Just it was something for everybody.
Yeah, it was fun. So we will, of course, have pictures up on the Chamber's website. You can go in our gallery and check out pictures of the festival that it's courtesy of Time to Remember Photography. They do our photos for the entire festival. They're great, and they're fun people. So if you saw photographers out there during the Oyster Festival, that's who you saw. You saw Stacy and Frank and their family out there taking lots and lots of pictures. So check our website, see if you made the cut.
Yeah. Well, with Thanksgiving coming up, great time to check out our Brunswick County Chamber website. We've got a lot of great nonprofit organizations that provide meals that day. Also, a lot of our restaurants in town are providing fully prepared Thanksgiving meals for people that, you may have a bunch of family coming in and you just really don't want to cook for all those people. They'll do it for you. So check out the website. Give us a call if you have any questions at all about where to go for what, and we can certainly help you there at the Chamber.
Give us a call, 910-754-6644, and we'll let you know where you can go to get good food for either your family or where you can go to donate food for those that are in need during the holiday season.
Absolutely.
And I guess speaking of the holiday season, we can lead into our next guest. So we're going to have John Humphreys on. He's with Sea Trail Golf and Convention Center. So we'll be learning about what all they have to offer.
Sure.
They've got a huge facility out there, so it'll be fun to learn, what exactly they do there, how many events they hold per year, all that good stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we look forward to talking to John next.
Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. We've got John Humphreys with Sea Trail Golf and Convention Center. John, thanks for coming on the show today.
Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, we're excited to learn all about Sea Trail and what you have to offer other than just golf. Because as we were talking before we started shooting today, people just think of Sea Trail as a place to go play golf, but we don't want them to just think about golf when they think Sea Trail.
Definitely not. We are so much more. We have 60,000 square feet of function space.
Wow.
We handle large conventions, many social, local groups. We do fabulous weddings. You name it, Sea Trail can produce it. We have the space, we have the capability, and we have the talent, not only in the kitchen, but in the banquet staff also.
Yeah, and you also have conference space too, like for like a small meeting, like if someone had a board or like a Lions Club or something like that, you have smaller rooms where they can come and meet in there, correct?
Definitely. We have 2 executive board rooms, nice leather chairs. The entire convention center is wireless. All audiovisual capability we have access to. We can handle small groups from 12 up to, our largest so far has been 1,200 people.
Wow.
So it proves to be a challenge, but we look forward to it every day.
Yeah, you have a beautiful space, and you know, as we start talking, we'll be telling people about what exactly you have there and what you can do for them as far as event planning and having the facility down to the food and the decor. So if someone wanted to come out, they can always come out and have a tour of the facility before making their decision, I'm assuming.
Oh, definitely. Many meeting planners come down for site visits. We give tours of not only the accommodations, the convention space, restaurants, pool areas. We even take them over to the beach and show off our new bridge, which we're very proud of.
That's awesome.
And also weddings. We invite brides in to view weddings that we already have booked, to give them a first-hand. We quietly put them in the background so that they're not obtrusive to the bride. She is our most important guest.
Yes,
That's
well,
a good idea, just to
Yeah.
kind of go in and see firsthand what all you guys can do.
exactly. Now it's November, so it's time for people to start planning their holiday parties. So tell us a little bit about what you have to offer for this holiday season for those businesses that are local or just a family that's coming down that wants to have a holiday party, you know, anything like that. Tell us what you've got to offer for them.
We're trying something new this year. Naturally, everybody's been bitten by the economy, and it is turning around, but we decided to put together a great little holiday party for 20 inclusive, no bartender fees or setup fees, no room rental. It'll be fully staffed. It includes a selection of hot and cold hors d'oeuvres. You can add and enhance it with carving stations, pasta stations, naturally at an additional charge. It does include a Christmas tree and a visit from Santa.
Oh, that's awesome. So if someone's got like a small office of, I think you said here, minimum 35 guests.
Right.
So if someone's got a small office and they want to invite their spouses and children, this would be a really great place to do it because Santa can come visit their kids.
Definitely, and we do this any time of the day from lunch through evening. So it doesn't have to be a cocktail reception. We can cater it to families. And even though our larger holiday parties are already booked for this year, we do have plenty of space to handle small groups, and we have a few open dates on the weekend still for groups up to 400 people.
Oh, wow.
So you've got some room.
Yeah, so it's not too late to book. So anyone out there that's looking for a place to host their holiday party, because I know, I mean myself, when you're planning a holiday party for your office, a lot of times you wait until November to start figuring out where you want to have it, especially when you have a small staff. So still plenty of time to give you guys a call and get in there.
Definitely. Please give us a call. We would love to host your party, any size.
Yeah.
Well, John, I want to know, if I wanted to host a party for my company, how do I go about doing that? Do you have a sales manager, catering managers? Is it a banquet staff that I talk to do the menu planning and the things like that?
Initially, you would contact me. I'm
Okay.
Director of Catering and Convention Services.
Okay.
I would either turn you over to one of my sales managers.
Okay.
Or I would plan it directly with you.
Okay.
I like for you to come out, view the space, get your ideas, naturally get your budget, and then we start building it.
Okay.
We mainly do custom menus. Of
Okay.
course, if you like this menu, the special, we can enhance it, as I mentioned. We talk about linens. There's a lot of different venues you can go with, again, depending on budget. We use a fabulous company out of Florida for chair covers and specialty linens and overlays. Of course, included in any function we do are floor-length tablecloths, napkins, and overlays complimentary.
Oh, that's nice.
That's great.
We try to make it as easy for you as possible.
Sure.
Now, do you do, I know you brought one of your lovely centerpieces here that's a great fall and winter centerpiece. Do you do centerpieces for your guests as well that can come in? They can just say, hey, I want centerpieces. What do you have that I can use?
Naturally, we have some things available in our prop room. Christmas centerpiece is naturally they're included in all the parties. Weddings are more specialized. We work closely with a local florist. We work with all the local vendors, wedding cake purveyors, things of that nature. We try not to get into being a florist, but we help out, again, because it's budget driven.
Sure.
So you can basically have a bride or a guest come in there for a holiday party, and you can really sit them down and they can say, this is what I want. Like if you have that customer that's very assertive, they come in, they know what they want, you can just basically say, okay, here's what we're going to do, and you can run with that. Or if you have someone that comes in and they really don't have an idea of what they want, they might know colors, you can really offer suggestions for them.
Oh,
Make it
definitely.
easier.
That's our job. We take pride in every function that we put on. We treat it as our own function, even down to the servers and the way that they treat the guest. So we're very pleased with that.
Yeah, and we, the Chambers actually had our annual dinner there a couple of years ago. We've had
Correct.
a couple other things there as well. We had our business expo, I believe it was last year that we had our business expo, and we had it up in the ballroom that's adjacent to Magnolia's, your restaurant that you have on site there.
Correct. That's the original ballroom for Sea Trail. Sea Trail is around 25 years old. So when they got the concept of golf courses and the idea of building condos for the golfers, they expanded and built a ballroom so that they could handle local functions and smaller conventions and weddings. And I've been at Sea Trail for 17 years, and I've seen it grow and expand to where we are today. The Jonesburg Ballroom is a beautiful setting for any type function. We do a lot of Christmas parties up there for locals. It has views of the golf course. It has a private 5,000 square foot patio. And of course, we deck it out for Christmas. So we have
That's
fun.
awesome. And speaking of the restaurant, you know, when Shannon and I came by there, I guess a couple months ago, and, you know, just toured the facility again just to see how everything was going. We ate at Magnolia's. Great food. So they're open at lunchtime. So if you're out in Brunswick County and you need a place to eat, you can head over to Magnolia's. You have daily specials and a full menu.
Definitely. We are open for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week. We do themed dinners twice a month, which we advertise in the local newspaper. And naturally, we have a large homeowner population. Mainly it's consisted of homeowners, but the word's getting out there.
Yeah.
And we're doing an Oktoberfest this past month.
That's
Very
awesome.
nice.
So I'm
Is that
sure
a big
was-
success? I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oktoberfest is growing and growing. That word, when you hear it, everybody jumps right on board.
They
So.
do. People love
Very
stuff like
nice.
that. So hopefully that was really successful for you, and you'll be able to do it again next year in 2013, and then just keep going and going.
And one thing I would like to mention, the Maples Clubhouse, the original clubhouse for Sea Trail, at one time it was the only building there. In Brassey's, the lounge, we just opened it the month of October. We open one night a week for locals and homeowners. Beautiful fireplace settings, specials. It's a pub menu, but it's something that people have wanted for a couple of years, and we decided to do that this winter.
That's
And
awesome.
we're excited. So we hope everyone comes out and visits.
Yeah.
And that's
so,
nice too that you're opening it up for the locals alike, not just homeowners. Because
Definitely.
I mean, your facility is gorgeous, and why not get everybody involved with coming out there?
Yeah. Now, if someone wants to book a holiday party, they obviously contact you. What's your phone number over there at Sea Trail?
They can contact me by phone, 910-287-1115. Email is good, jhumphreys@seatrail.com, or they can go up on the website, seatrail.com, and there is a form in which you can contact us.
That's great. So 3 ways. So you're appeasing every single person out there. For those people that don't like internet, they can call you and talk to you personally.
They can talk to a person.
The younger generation that's out there that refuses to call, we can email you really quick and get things done. So you've got a way for every single person in the county and those visiting, you know, to give you a call and book their
Definitely,
next
we
party.
hope they do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So everyone give John a call over at Sea Trail when you're thinking about booking your next event, whether it's a holiday party, a wedding, conference, or just a small board meeting that you're hosting for your club or your business.
We would love to hear from you.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you, John.
us.
We
Thank you.
appreciate it. Welcome back. We've got Gay Fulford from South Brunswick Island Center. Thanks for being here, Gabe.
I'm so pleased to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we were talking a little bit before we started filming today about the history of how Brunswick Community College got this actual facility. So why don't you tell us a little bit more about that? How did South Brunswick Island Center come about?
Well, since we are a large county, Brunswick County is such a large county, and with the main campus being in the center, they've been trying to establish campuses throughout the county, and they had been looking at wanting to have a presence in the south end of the county for some time, and we're even looking at building, but when this property became available, it just seemed like a perfect match.
Yeah, and you guys have done a lot of renovating there,
lot.
put out the new sign, and it seems to be very well received by the people in the local community. Have you had, homeowners associations come in there and have meetings so far?
Yes, the farm directly across the street, they've come in and had their community meeting, and Calabash Fire Department is getting ready to have a meeting, and just people who have stopped in to visit have expressed their thrill with having such a positive thing in the community.
Sure.
Yeah. Now, where exactly is it located? Because I know I drive past it on the way home, but I know you can fly right past it
It's
and
very
not even
easy.
see it because it is set off the road just a tad bit. I mean, if you look, you can see it. But tell people if they're coming from the northern end of the county, what's a good landmark for them to know where your facility is?
Well, if you pass Crow Creek, turn your turn signal on, because it is immediately past Crow Creek on the right-hand side.
Yeah.
And if you get to the state line, you know you've gone too far, but only about 1 mile.
Okay. Now, if you're coming from just past South Brunswick Island Center and you're headed north, up into Brunswick County, what's a good landmark to have there so people know where to turn?
You'll actually go by it and have to do the little U-turn to come back to it. So when you're coming from that way, you don't have a tendency to miss as much because you just go and make the little U-turn and come back in.
And it's just after the farm, I think, isn't it? The
It's-
farm will be on
It's
your
actually
right,
directly
and
across
then-
from the farm.
Great. So they can, as soon as they pass the farm, they know to look for the
That's
next little
exactly right.
turnaround, and they can turn around and get in there.
Correct.
So tell us a little bit about what type of events can you have there?
What kind of event would you like to have? We have had everything from, of course, a womanless beauty pageant
that we did last
for the
year.
Chamber of Commerce, which was absolutely wonderful, to family reunions that have been calling. We've had weddings and receptions, just any number of things that we can have there.
Yeah. Now, what's the maximum capacity you can hold there for an event? What's the absolute biggest amount of people you can have?
I would say 300.
300.
And naturally, that is according to your setup
Right.
and what kind of event you're having. But I would say the maximum would be 300.
Okay.
Now, when planning an event, what kind of items do you guys provide? Tables, chairs, tablecloths, anything like that?
The base rental includes tables, chairs, and them set up however you would like for them set up.
Okay.
We do not, provide linens or anything like
Okay.
that. We feel like that people, when they do that way it gives them more of a chance to have the colors they like and to very specifically have
Sure.
exactly what they like.
Yeah. Now you have caterers that you guys have worked with. I know when we had our Womanless Beauty pageant, we used Purple Onion
Yes.
Art Catering, and so they had the linens. So it's not going to be an issue for someone to come in there, have a caterer, and then have a caterer get the linens for them. It was
Correct.
fairly easy to do.
And while we don't require preferred catering at all, you can have a caterer that you've had a history with, that you've built a relationship with, which is
Oh, wow.
great. You can go out the back door and cook your own food. Now, we don't have cooking facilities. We have a nice, spacious catering kitchen. But you can actually, we had one wedding where her uncle was out back cooking chicken.
Very cool.
So it really lets the family reunions and weddings be very intimately involved as far as helping with that.
I'm sure it helps with cost too. When
Extremely.
you're having a wedding and something like that, and you don't have the big budget for a nice caterer to come in, but you have someone in your family who's willing to cook the meal or provide the cake, they can do that.
Correct.
And it's not going to hinder them because you don't have the preferred catering.
And also you have the mixture of that same wedding that I'm talking about. They were cooking the main meal outside while Art Catering was providing the hors d'oeuvres. So they found that happy medium and then also had that catering service that they could tap into the other things that they provided.
Yeah. And you also have a bar there.
Permanent bar. Very
Yeah, a
nice.
permanent one, and it's
Yes.
very nice. And I know you have bartenders that you can get for people that are coming in to rent your facility. So tell us a little bit about that. How do you get the bartenders? Are they in school at the community college training to be bartenders, or are they just people you just have kind of on like a contact list that are willing to come in?
Well, actually, what we do with all of those types of services, we don't actually provide a bartender. Because in order to, within our alcohol policy, in order to have alcohol at the facility, since we are a community college campus, we are very particular about those types of things. You have to have a insured licensed bartender. So we always refer them to get a bartender through a caterer, because then you know they're insured.
Yeah.
But with all these other services, we have actually begun putting together a resource list and are going to develop a resource packet. We just had a young lady that's getting married in November. She says, I need a limousine service, I need a taxi service, I need hair and makeup service. So we're getting all these requests. So we are going to begin, and already have, begun compiling a resource list that's when they come in, we say, if you're planning your event, this may help you.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And it's with people that we have had relationships with, just, like with our catering.
Yeah.
They have already been so instrumental in sending business to us.
Yeah. And if they need to get, I know when we did our Womanless Beauty Pageant, we're a nonprofit, and we did have Purple Onion come in and cater it for us, in our catering. And we had bartenders there, but we had to get a one-time special permit
Correct.
from the ABC board. Super easy, so I'm sure you'd be willing to help someone out to get it. It took no time at all. You just have to get a
That's
background
correct.
check on one person that's going to be there. And I think you have to submit it at least 14 days prior. So it's not a hassle at all. The fee's very minimal to do that, so I'm sure you're willing to help people get in touch with the
And
right person.
that is something that we want to include in our packet as well. All those contacts with according to how they're going to be serving the alcohol. This is what you need to do if you're going to be doing this, to try to make it as painless as possible.
Yeah.
Now, as far as like having a board meeting or a conference in your facility, what kind of audiovisual capabilities do you have, wireless capabilities there in the facility?
We do have wireless anywhere in the facility. We have in the main hall, which is a 7,800 square foot dual level room, is absolutely stunning. There are two LCD projectors with screens, one on both sides of the stage. You can run video from the booth over behind it. If a presenter needs access from the stage, we have a dedicated laptop where they can run it from the stage. We also have classroom space where they actually have continuing education and workforce development classes there as well. But we also are able to rent those classrooms out, and they are all equipped with the LCD projectors and the screens as
Wow.
well.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
You have given us lots of information
Sure.
today that we can walk away with. So if someone wants to contact you to book an event there, to book a conference, to book anything there at your facility, how can they get in touch with you?
They can call me at 755-7419
Okay.
or 755-7404. And what we have found is when people call and they're not sure, I say the best thing for you to do is come look at the facility. When you walk in, you'll know.
Yeah.
And that's my favorite part of my job, is walking through that little hall, and when they walk out into the room, the reaction that I see. That's the very favorite part of my job, because most of the time they'll say, I'm sold.
Yeah.
Very good.
That's great. Thank you so much for coming out and teaching us
absolutely.
all about the South Brunswick Island Center, and we
Thank
hope
you
that
so much for
people
asking.
will give you a call.
Well, I expect them to.
Thanks for watching the show. I also want to say thanks to John Humphreys from Seatrail Golf and Convention Center, as well as Gay Fulford with the South Brunswick Island Center, for coming out today and just kind of informing us of what they have to offer for large and small parties, and for every time of the year, not just around the holidays. They can do anything from a corporate business meeting to a big, large function. So.
Exactly. And don't forget, we have lots of other members out there that offer meeting spaces, spaces for parties, weddings, events, all that good stuff. You can call the chamber at 910-754-6644, and you can ask us about facilities such as 101 Stone Chimney Place, for example. Brunswick Community College offers stuff. Planet Fun even has rooms there that you can rent out for parties or even just business functions as well, so don't rule them out. We also have Jumpin' Java, who has a really cool coffee cart that they can bring out to any event at any location. So if you like coffees and hot chocolates this time of year, all that, smoothies facilities.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so you can come out and call them, and they'll come out to you.
They have a
And
lot to offer. I mean, anything and everything you need, pretty much, we've got.
exactly. We even have party planners. So give us a call or visit our website, brunswickcountychamber.org, and we'll be happy to assist you in finding what you need for your next event.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess we need to wrap the show up by talking with Shannon Vieira. She's here today to make an announcement for the chamber. So Shannon, if you'll go ahead and let everyone know what's going on with the chamber now.
Hey ladies, how are y'all?
Good.
Good. It's been a while since I've been on the show, probably when I started, so it's good to be back and say hello. I hate to be on the show today because I have some bad news, or good news, it depends on how you look at it. But we're celebrating, or not celebrating, Jessica's last day on the show. You're leaving us to move on to another position in the community, so you'll still be engaged.
I will. I'll be with Edward Jones in Sunset Beach, so we'll still be a part of the chamber. We are chamber members and support that role, and so yeah, I'll still be around.
We're going to miss you very much being here at the chamber. You've done a lot in this last year. You've done a lot to get us organized and moving in the right direction, so we're going to miss you, but glad you're found something that's going to fit better into your needs. And best of luck. And I know we'll miss you on the show, but we've got a new membership director. His name is Tony Carricos. It'll be the Kelly and Tony show starting next month. And I'd like to introduce Tony to everyone. And Tony, if you'd like to say a few words about yourself, where you came from, and your whatever you would like to add to that.
All right, thank you, Shannon, for the introduction. And I know I got some big shoes to follow with Jessica there. She's done a great job from what I hear and from what I've seen in my short time in the office the last few days. Look forward to working with the chamber and helping grow membership here in the county, working on the show with Kelly. And my wife and I, we moved down here just a couple of months ago from Virginia to enjoy the salt life. And I've been in sales most of my life, and I'm looking forward to working with the Chamber of Commerce here in Brunswick County and growing the chamber. We had been coming to Sunset Beach, staying out on the island with some friends who have a house out there for the past 15 years. So our boys are 22 and 19 now. My youngest son's going off to the Army next month to serve our country, and the opportunity arose for my wife to transfer with her company as a management level job in North Myrtle Beach. So everything worked out. We were blessed to be able to find a home in Calabash and move right to the Brunswick County and be where we wanted to be.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Kelly, you got a new partner in crime
I do.
here.
I hope he can take me. I talk a lot. People may not have noticed that at all, that I'm the talker. So we've talked over the last several days preparing for the upcoming shows, and you've assured me that you'll be right there with me and talk just as much.
Our show might get a little longer now.
It might, because you're a talker
talkers.
too. I know. I don't know what we're gonna do. Yeah, so it should be lots of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm of course gonna really miss having Jessica by my side, and I'll try not to cry. It might be the pregnancy hormones and the fact that she's leaving, but we've had a really great time on the show.
It's
And
been fun. It's been a
Yeah.
whirlwind from where
It
we
has.
started and just kind of not knowing exactly
It
what we
has.
were doing, and then supposedly ending up to where we know what we're
yeah,
doing.
and we've learned a lot along the way, and hopefully she'll be back on the show one day as a guest.
Yeah,
and
that'd be wonderful.
you know, if we ever have to have a co-host come back on when one of us is out. I know, I'm not even sure if the viewers have noticed, but I'm obviously pregnant and due in late December, so we're hoping I'll be able to make it back for all the tapings, but if not, we know we've got Shannon or Jessica who'd be happy to step in, even though Shannon may not like it from time to time, and she's probably going to kill me for calling her out on that, but, you know, she's great at what she does too, so she just, you know, you'll get used to it. You'll have to, because I'll be out with little Amelia for a little while. So I really enjoyed having you by my
thank you.
side, and look
Thank
forward
you.
to keeping in touch.
fun
But
ride.
it's bittersweet. It's bittersweet. I'll miss Jessica, but I'm really looking forward to having Tony, you know, sitting beside me. It'll be a whole new atmosphere, and should be lots
It'll be
of fun.
fun.
It will be. So thank you, everyone, for taking the time to watch our show today, and we really hope you join us next month for the Kelly and Tony Show.